He's going coast to coast.
Clear the runway. He's coming in.
It's a helicopter slam jam.
He's going to pull up from 3. Count.
Watch this guy go.
Dribble drive, backs it in, and gets it.
Welcome inside the Macon Coliseum for the Georgia High School Association Girls 4A Championship game as the 27-4 veteran Warhawks have reached the final for the first time in school history, taking on the 30-1 America Sumter Panthers, who have not lost a game to a team from the state of Georgia this season. And good evening, I'm Matt Stewart, joined by Larry Smith. And Larry, a lot of star power on that America Sumter side of the ball. Their only loss this season came in Naples, Florida, to Elizabethtown, North Carolina. They have won 20 consecutive ball games, led by one of the top players in the state, Atiana Golden, 5-star ESPN number 5 rated point guard in the nation, who has signed with Florida State.
Yeah, and get ready for a treat. She is such a special player. Just the way she does everything for this team. 21 points per game, 8 assists a game, 5 rebounds. She's nominated the Gatorade Player of the Year winner this year. She is fun to watch for America Sumter.
Flip side for that America Sumter star power is the balanced attack of veterans. They don't have any players averaging over 10 points per game, but Kaya Cochran is one of those players, and she embodies the competitiveness of her head coach, Nikki Miranda.
Yeah, as we said in the pregame, she's just a real pit bull for these Warhawks. She's a senior, doing it all. Really frustrated last year that they didn't want to get to the championship round, and told her coach, listen, push us harder. I want to get to that next level, and she's here trying to bring veterans their first ever state championship.
Yeah, they had a heartbreaking loss to Carrollton in the Final Four a year ago, and they came back and they beat Carrollton in the Elite Eight this year to get to the Final Four, and now they find themselves playing America Sumter for the state championship. Let's check in with Jackie Britton, the third member of our team, here on the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. And speaking with both coaches this week, they both emphasized the importance of defense. Coach Miranda of Veterans High School saying that defense is going to be a priority for them in this matchup. She feels like they've been in some tough situations. She thinks they're battle tested. And then Coach Harris of America Sumter saying their defense is what's gotten them to this point. That's what helped them defeat the defending champions of Buford. So if there's a theme for both of them, they're very intentional talking about defense in this matchup here tonight, guys.
Well, they're going through the starting introductions here. Neither one of these teams played during the regular season against each other, but they did play 3 or 4 times during the summer, so they are very familiar with each other. As you take a look at the Veterans Warhawks and their starting lineups, we mentioned Kaya Cochran. They're led by her. Anna Nicholson is the other, averaging 10 points per game and a really good 3-point shooter, 4.0 student who is committed to the University of Chicago. And there is their head coach, Nikki Miranda. She played at South Carolina, a proud alumnus of that Gamecocks program that is one of the top college basketball programs in the nation under Dawn Staley. America Sumter, 30-1 on the season. As you take a look at the starting lineups for the Panthers, Atiana Golden is the leader there, averaging 21 points, 5 rebounds, 7.5 assists per game, and 6.5 steals per game. In fact, this America Sumter team collectively averages a ton of steals per game under their head coach, Sherry Harris, who is a graduate of Americus, played for Coach Evelyn Wright there, coached in college at her alma mater, Alabama State, then Stillman College. Actually led Turner County to the 2011 Final Four, and watched today as Turner County won the state championship in single A, beating Terrell County.
And she's so excited to be able to bring a championship. As you mentioned in the pregame, 1966 was the last time that they won a title. 50 years ago, and here we go, 30-1, trying to make it 31-1 and get that championship.
And when they won that title back in 1966, they were Americus High School. The schools merged. Americus and Sumter County High Schools merged in 2004. And since that time, the program had won only 3 state playoff games until going on their run to the final this year. So the Panthers, dressed in white, trimmed in blue and gold. Veterans in the blue, trimmed in red and white. Wes Williams, Kelsey Roziers, and Don Zulke are officiating crew. Wes Williams will toss it up. And the Panthers of America Sumter will start on offense. First shot of the ball game is made by Amber Hicks.
That's a great shot. Good ball movement right there. Again, just give everyone some touches, get them in the game.
Ball down on the deck and a tie-up as Morgan Riley is able to get on top of it. The possession arrow favors Veterans. Veterans is a brand new program, just the 5th year of their existence. On the run out and the layup.
Good concentration there by Long. Cochran running right at her. Stayed focused and got the ball to go in.
4-0 lead for the Panthers. The crossover dribble by Akaya Cochran, and a foul is going to be called on the Panthers.
This one, once again, loses the ball. Good hands right there. Good focus by Jakira Long. Takes it in. Watch Cochran right there. Good no foul by her, by the way. Set up the basket.
Foul was called on Golden, her first. Anna Nicholson's pass is stolen, thrown right into the hands of Golden. She'll go right at Nicholson and miss the layup. Amber Hicks scored twice already in this ball game, and America Sumter has a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, Veterans right now, that's 2 turnovers in the first minute 10 here in the game. They just threw the ball right to the opponent. They got to settle out with it right now and just calm down, as you mentioned. Play your offense, get a good shot.
Veterans has won 13 straight games since a 43-42 loss against Warner Robins on January 16th.
Good defense.
Long three-pointer by Cochran is off the mark, and the rebound going out of bounds. Last touch by Tamia Swanson. So we take a look at our TCSG keys to the game, starting with Veterans.
Yeah, Veterans right now, again, they just need to come out and just to play strong. All for one, one for all. We mentioned before, again, that they, as you mentioned, Matt, no one averages more than 10 points. Their star players don't mind it. When everyone involved, as long as they win the game, they don't care.
Carrington Key steps inside the arc and misses the shot. Amber Hicks will bring it across for the Panthers, gets it to Golden. Golden goes underneath, and she got tied up. Kayla Howard got tied up underneath by Morgan Riley.
There are the keys. Again, Veterans, again, locked down and end the drought. Actually, it's for Americus. End that drought. 50 years it's been since Americus won a title.
Three-pointer by Jakiria Long, who's their top three-point shooter. That's her 39th three of the year. Shoots 27% behind the arc. And America Sumter has started out 9-0.
Defense by the Panthers right here. They really haven't had a good shot yet.
Morgan Riley the miss. Offensive rebound by Veterans. Putback by Ebony Allen was off the mark, and Golden splits the defense. Shot was blocked. No whistle. Foul. And the ball was lost out of bounds as Atiana Golden argues with Wes Williams and pleads for a foul call and doesn't get it.
Yeah, Morgan Riley was there on the good defense. A little bit of a question there. It was pretty physical. She did get the ball, and at the same time did go off the Panthers, and so Veterans hangs on. Good transition defense there.
Riley puts it on the floor and had it knocked away by America Sumter.
The Panthers right now playing just some great lockdown defense, and they're offering as soon as that ball moves around. And here's the once again the keys here. Defense, the key for both these teams. Live for the moment again. You get a chance to be here in the TCSG keys of the game. You get a chance to be here at this game, Class 4A championship, where you always wanted to be. Is the only game where you're guaranteed to crown a first-time state champion. As you mentioned, America Sumter was only they won the title 50 years ago.
shot missed by Anna Nicholson. Golden off the floor for the moment, and Amber Hicks will bring it across for the Panthers. To Hicks, and she got fouled by Riley on the play. That'll be the first foul on Riley. That'll put Amber Hicks at the foul line.
More look at this inside. Riley again with a physical defense.
Hicks, a 61% free throw shooter, misses her first. The Panthers as a team shooting 58% from the stripe.
Coach Miranda talked about this game, the veterans coach, Ricky Miranda, saying again, you really can't stop this America Sumter team. Can we just try to just contain them? And right now they haven't done that. Down 10-0 here, almost halfway through the first quarter.
America Sumter defeated Buford in the state semifinals, knocking out the defending state champs and a Wolves team that had won 4 of the last 7 state titles. On the baseline, the rebound snagged by veterans as they bring it down the floor. And that's their first basket after missing their first 5. Carrington Key puts it in.
Finds the lid is off the basket. That's what makes a difference now for the Warhawks in this game. They go now to a 1-3-1 zone, kind of changing up the defense a little bit. This break actually plays in the favor of veterans. I thought they were kind of weak the last couple times down court. This slowdown gives them a chance to catch their breath.
Howard puts it on the floor. We have contact. Riley commits the foul. And Morgan Riley picks up her second personal foul, and she'll come out of the ball game.
Yeah, she's
as Audrey Nicholson sprints to the scores table and will sub in for her. Opening 4 minutes and 20 seconds in Macon. America Sumter out to a 10-2 lead on veterans.
Where do you come alive? A stadium, lecture hall, a music hall, church potluck? This year, you have a new spot, walkgeorgia.org, a free website that provides you with all the resources needed to get your heart rate up and body out in your community. Sign up and receive individual or group fitness tracking, fitness demos by certified trainers, recipes, and a guide to resources in your Georgia County, all in one easy-to-use site. When you move more, you live more. walkgeorgia.org.
Good to see you.
America Sumter with a 10-2 lead on veterans as we take a look at the Georgia EMC road to the championship, starting with veterans. First round victory over Liberty County, followed by a Sweet 16 win over Dan. Then they got the revenge against Carrollton, beating the Trojans in the Elite 8 after losing to Carrollton in the state semifinals last year. And then a historic 28-24 victory over Wayne County in the state semifinals. It was the lowest scoring semifinal in Georgia girls basketball history since they went to 5-on-5 basketball in 1975.
What's that, like a 7-3 first half score? Is that correct?
Georgia EMC America Sumter road to the championship, win over Spalding, then Woodward Academy in the Sweet 16. Marist, the victim in the Elite 8, and then they knocked out defending state champion Buford in the state semifinals 51-44. Inside they go, and the layup by Tamia Swanson. Swanson averages 13 a game and 7.5 boards, and America Sumter has a 10-point lead.
Smart play right at the sub. Nicholson just came in, and Riley was out with 2 fouls. Smart play out of the timeout.
Shot blocked by Swanson, and a foul's going to be called. Let's see who they whistle here. Looks like it's going to be on Jakiria Long.
We'll look at it right here. Again, getting inside. It's only really about the 3rd time all game they've done that. Just have not had a lot of opportunities right now.
Puts Jana Altman at the line, the senior power forward. Her twin sister Jayla also on the team. Altman averages 6.6 rebounds a game. Swanson with the rebound.
You get a defensive stop right here.
And they got it. As Americas comes up with one, a foul in the backcourt. Foul's going to be called on Amber Hicks. Number 1 on Hicks.
We talked about getting a good look right there. Number 3, Kaya Cochran. Pitbull mentality. You can see it right there. Team is down big, but she's determined to get back into it.
Drive by Cochran and one.
And there we go. Back-to-back plays for Cochran. One on the defensive end to stop the driving Hicks. Force a missed shot and then takes it right back down the court right here. Watch this. Goes up, sees the defense coming, throws up ahead of time, gets a nice shooter's roll, a chance for a three-point play.
Kaya Cochran at the line, averaging 10 a game, 4 assists per game, holds the program records for assists and steals. Remember, the Veterans program's only been around for 5 years, and so Veterans now has cut it to 6 after trailing by 10 early.
6-2 run here. Staying in the zone.
Golden working against Key, challenging the defense, puts it in. Highlight shot by Atiana Golden.
She's impressive.
First bucket of the ball game for the Florida State signee.
There's just great strength on that one. I don't know how she got that ball up, let alone get it in the basket.
Nicholson in the corner for 3. And the rebound by Howard.
Didn't make the shot, but I like that play. Create a mismatch in the defense, get her for an open look, she didn't get it to go.
Super pass by Golden. And the basket by Jacayla Stevenson. They're going to have to stop her penetration or they're not going to be able to win this game, that's for sure. Nicholson in the corner, and the three-pointer by Audrey Nicholson, the sophomore. One of the 2 Nicholson sisters on this team. Audrey is the sophomore, Anna is the senior.
I like they went back to her again. It was a nice, well-designed play the first time. The basket didn't go. Go at it again, get 3 points. Stop the scoring run by America Sumter.
Howard down on the floor to save it. Hicks splits the defense. Her pass ends up in Howard's hands. She missed the layup.
Good defense there by Veterans. She's got to hurry. Thought about it.
Layup missed by Altman. And Golden brings it up the floor for the Panthers. All the way, sidesteps the defense, missed the layup, scoop shot right there. Pass ahead goes to Cochran. She runs it down. And hopefully everybody's okay. A big block by Amber Hicks on the layup attempt. But a whistle and a foul, I believe, on Hicks. Yep, they're going to whistle her for the foul. That'll be number 2 on her.
One more look at it here. Boy, she a lot of contact right there. You saw it coming. No doubt about it.
So Kaya Cochran steps up to the foul line. First team All-Region 2-4A.
Give the Warhawks credit. Down to nothing. Nothing was working. A couple of turnovers in the first minute. Couldn't get a good shot in the first 3 minutes, but they've really bounced back right here. Stayed in the game.
39 seconds to play in the first quarter as both teams make substitutions here. Jana Altman going to the bench for the veteran Warhawks. And Cochran misses both free throws. Golden brings it across for the Panthers. Stops just inside the foul line. And the ball lost out of bounds by America Sumter. Carrington Key on the dribble for Veterans.
Cochran comes out, give her a quick break here at the end of the quarter.
That was Nicholson feeding to Nicholson right there. They come up empty. 10 seconds to play in the quarter as Golden will race up the floor now. Gets it to Stevenson. He puts it on the floor, lowers his shoulder and travels. 4 seconds left in the quarter.
Not sure they're aware.
And Key's going to take a half-court shot. Well, got it off in time. Airballs it, and that is the end of the first quarter. We played 8 minutes in Macon, Georgia. America Sumter out to a 16-9 lead on Veterans in the Georgia High School Association Girls 4A Championship game.
Life, like video games, is all about getting to the next level. Mastering skills, gaining knowledge, and setting goals are crucial to success in both.
I attended the College Career Academy when I was a sophomore. At the time, I was working at Taco Bell, but I realized that just wasn't for me. What I do here in my job is very similar to what I did at the College and Career Academy.
Georgia Department of Education's Career Pathway courses give you the chance to power up your future. Information is at georgiasfutureworkforce.org.
What's the next great American invention? Meet a few Georgia Tech students who have an idea.
We're Team Replantable, and we've invented a way for people to grow produce right in their kitchen.
Engineers and innovators of every stripe present their proposals to the judges.
Science and engineering.
Industrial design. Mechanical engineering.
Computer engineering. Electrical engineering.
See the teams who've earned a golden ticket and who will take first place at the 2016 Inventure Prize at Georgia Tech. Wednesday, March 16th on GPB.
This program on GPB is made possible in part by supporters of the Georgia High School Association, including the following.
This isn't just any team. This is your home team, okay? It's not about A team or B team. It's not about your boss telling you to be a team player or to take one for the team. No, home team is about pride. It's about standing strong, pulling together, and going crazy about a bad call you know is right. But because it was against your home team, it must be wrong. Look, some people just don't get it because it's not their team. But Farm Bureau Insurance does, because everyone needs a home team for insurance, and we are that.
Start of the second quarter, America Sumter with a 16-9 lead on Veterans. Wondering what the great American invention the next one will be. We'll meet some innovative Georgia Tech students, have an idea, watch the teams that make their proposals to the judges, and see who takes home first place in the 2016 Inventure Prize at Georgia Tech, Wednesday, March 16th at 7:30, only on GPB. Panthers up by 7 as we start this second quarter. Golden gets inside, and that penetration is going to have to be stopped by Veterans.
Yeah, I don't know if they can right now. They're trying a lot of things to contain her, but she's just a tough player. She's strong and physical and fast, and you can see why Florida State loves. She's coming to their place in Tallahassee next year. Look at that. See that?
Golden takes contact, stops and pops. And last touch by Veterans. Or last touch by the Panthers, pardon me.
The crowd reacting on that. Golden grabbed that rebound and did the between the legs from behind the back dribble to clear out of traffic there. Getting some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Tough defense for the Panthers.
Off the hands of Veterans, and here comes Golden. Nice feed, Stevenson to miss. And ball lost out of bounds by America Sumter.
I tell you, Americus has Missed a number of baskets right there close to the hoop. It was a nice pass by Golden. Good-looking player. Does it all for the Panthers.
Another steal. Long. Nicholson with the block, and it's saved by America Sumter to Golden. And the rebound by Cochran. Cochran underneath, and Riley blows the layup.
Riley back in with 2 fouls.
Ariel West checks into the ball game, and veterans Aaliyah Ingraham comes out.
Well, miscommunication there. That's got to hurt. Your Coach Miranda.
Get an inbound play like that and just don't even get a shot off.
Yeah, really touch the ball.
Golden, a step back, sinks it. Golden's got 7.
Stop me inside, I'll go outside and kill you. She's a special player.
Riley on the baseline, high off the top. Nicholson throws it up. And the foul's going to be called on America Sumter. And that's on Atiana Golden. She picks up her 2nd personal foul. That might be the only thing that slows her down is foul trouble.
I think so. Nothing else has.
Long 3-point attempt by Carrington Key. Cochran fouled on her shot attempt, and she'll go to the line.
And who was that on? I think that's a 3rd.
And Golden just picked up her 3rd personal foul. And that could open the door for veterans to get back in this game.
Yeah, you've got a lot of time till halftime.
Yeah, you've got to sit her on the bench for the rest of the half. You don't really have a choice.
Yeah, and already the 17th foul at the same time. Smart play there by Cochran. Get that long rebound and just go right up and initiate the contact and draw the foul.
Cochran gets another free throw here.
Game on both ends without Golden in the game for the rest of the half. See how America Sumter answers.
Jacayla Stevenson now running the point for the Panthers in Golden's absence. Ball stolen away by veterans and then deflected out of bounds by the Panthers.
Well, right away you can see veterans being much more aggressive on defense without Golden in the game. Going to the trap in the corner, forcing that turnover. Now going to make the adjustment on offense and get some points.
Veterans has missed their last 8 shots. Key was fouled before the shot. Ariel West picks up her 1st personal foul. Veterans in the bonus from here on out, so if veterans can hit their free throws, they've got a chance to climb back in the game at America Sumter's expense. He is the one who hit the 2 clutch free throws at the end of the Wayne County game with 48 seconds left to secure that 28-24 victory. Wow, 2 consecutive misses, but the offensive rebound and putback by Jayla Altman. And nobody back to help out the Panthers, and finally, Jakiria Long retreats, and Sherry Harris doesn't like what she sees and calls a timeout.
That's a smart use of a timeout, because right now her Panthers are just not in sync with Gauldin out of the game.
So 4 minutes and 31 seconds to play in the first half. America Sumter with a 9-point lead, but playing the rest of the half without their star, Adiana Gauldin. Sumter up on Veterans 21-12 here in the girls 4A state championship game. Matt Stewart joined by Larry Smith. Earlier today, Turner County won the girls single A state championship game, beating Terrell County. And then Wilkinson County, a victory over Hancock Central in the boys single A public championship game. Third game of the day, first of 3 days of state championship basketball action here in Macon, Georgia.
Opportunity here for Veterans. It's 21-9 at one point, 21-12 now, and again Gauldin, the star of America Sumter, out right now with 3 fouls. You know, the defensive stop here to get back in this.
Long three-point attempt, and it's sucked by Jakiria Long. Second three-pointer for Long in this game, and she has 8. Riley gets the offensive rebound and stepped out of bounds. It'll be America Sumter's ball.
It's going to stay. They're going to say that one of the defensive players for the Panthers, America Sumter, touched it. It'll stay Veterans.
Well, there you go. Veterans gets it on the baseline. Inside they go. Ingraham the miss. Actually, that was Altman, pardon me, the miss. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be America Sumter's ball. Foul is going to be called on Veterans as well.
Jayla Altman called on that one. A little physical underneath.
Yep, first foul on Altman.
Veterans go back to the zone. Contact there, no foul.
Baseline jumper off the mark. Nicholson grabs the rebound, and Stevenson whistled for the foul coming over her back.
Look at Nikki Miranda. Played her college ball. It's Sherry Harris Miranda played her college ball at South Carolina.
Husband in the Air Force, so they have traveled around. They have been all over the place. Finally settled there in the Warner Robins area. Of course, Veterans High School there in Kathleen, Houston County. And it's worked out well. She's been the head coach there for the 5 seasons that Veterans has been open. Nicholson in and out on the second free throw attempt.
Boy, tough night at the stripe so far for Veterans.
You know, when you get into a championship game type like this, you got to hit free throws. You can't miss opportunities to score when the clock is stopped. Inside they go. Nice penetration. Leads to the easy basket by Swanson. Nicholson on a curl. Misses. Rebound Cochran. Key steps inside the arc. Off the back iron. Battle for the rebound. They'll call jump ball. Possession arrow favors Veterans.
Nice hustle there by Riley. Playing with 2 fouls.
2:47 to play in the half. Veterans has missed 12 of their last 13 shots.
and it seems like as many free throws. Although it's not quite as accurate.
They've missed a lot of them. There's no doubt about that. And Morgan Riley just tracked.
Well, the turnovers, too. They've had a lot of just unforced errors, throwing the ball right to the opponent.
That was their 6th turnover right there.
Yeah, that and the missed free throws. Again, boy, they could be a 4-point game right now, heading in for all those. Good defense by Cochran.
Howard puts it on the floor, had her shot blocked by Riley, but Riley fouled her.
If that's on Riley, it's her 3rd. She'll have to come out.
And so she'll go to the bench in all likelihood with 3 personal fouls. Of course, America Sumter's already playing without Atiana Golden right now. She has 3 personal fouls. So Kayla Howard, 63% free throw shooter at the line.
That's a big blow for veterans. She's such a presence on both ends. Riley.
Jana Altman subs in for her. Howard gets both free throws. Howard's first 2 points of the ball game. 15-point lead for America Sumter. They jumped out to a 10-0 lead, and they have pretty much been in control ever since. But veterans has had opportunities. They've just missed so many layups, and they've missed so many free throws.
Yeah.
They've had so many open looks at point-blank range that they just haven't knocked down.
Yep, and missed opportunities down court with the turnovers as well.
You just simply cannot let those kind of opportunities escape you.
Yeah.
Pass inside, intercepted by veterans. Cochran had it stolen away, and the layup by Long.
Nice job there by Swanson, number 5. This is a big timeout for veterans because this, keep in mind, America Sumter has gone on this run without their star player Golden. She's on the bench with 3 fouls. They've extended the lead.
Yeah, that's got to be discouraging if you're a veterans fan that America Sumter has been able to do this with their 5-star point guard on the bench with foul trouble.
Yeah.
6-0 run by America Sumter to open up a 17-point lead.
I believe it was 21-9, Matt, when she went out.
Yeah, let's check in with Jackie Britton.
Hey guys, thanks. We've heard the name Kyra Cochran a lot so far in this game. Just want to speak to the testament of the kind of player she is on and off the court. Coach said that she knew she was going to be special when she saw her in middle school. She's a student of the game, only cares about helping the team win, completely selfless, and is a leader when it comes to helping her coach with special needs programs at the school. So standout kid for sure.
Really kind of embodies the same kind of determination, commitment, and competitiveness of her head coach. She's really like a coach on the floor. Key tried a backdoor cut to Cochran right there, deflects off her shin. Veterans 1 for 9 shooting in the second quarter. America Sumter 5 for 8. Driving basket by Johnson. Shadeja Johnson with her first hoop. 19-point lead for America Sumter. And the basket back the other way by Jana Altman. Under a minute to play here in the first half. And a foul is going to be called on the Panthers, and this looks like it's going to go on Kayla Howard. Kayla Howard's going to pick up the foul, and that'll be number 2 on her.
10th foul, so it's 2 shots now for Cochran, but you got to make them. Well, she plays hard. She's hit the deck hard already 3 times in this game.
So Kaya Cochran at the foul line again. Turnovers have really plagued veterans in this second quarter. They've committed 6 of them, and they've been costly. Anna Nicholson subs out, and Howard subs out for America Sumter.
Finally got a free throw to go in.
And it comes to Long. Swanson on the baseline. Offensive rebound underneath by America Sumter. They will call a jump ball on that play, and the possession arrow favors the Panthers.
That was a good call right there. Number 21, Ebony Allen, getting one hand in there and didn't let go. Good tie up on the rebound.
Sha'Carri Long off the inbounds three-pointer. Backside rebound by Jacayla Stevenson, and she dribbles on the baseline. Cochran takes a long three with the clock winding down, and last touch by America Sumter. .15 on the second quarter clock. Off the inbounds, nobody picks it. Oh, they pull the layup. Ebony Allen had an open look, gets it back again and had her shot blocked, but she was fouled. Veterans has missed 14 of their last 16 shots, and you're not going to get a better shot than what Ebony Allen had right there on that inbound.
No, you're not. And that's, you know, the thing. Watch this right here underneath. Boy, that was a miss. Come right back again, and that's the thing that really hurts, Matt, is that here's a team that scraps so hard. Your opposing team's best player is out. Here's an opportunity, and they just can't get the shot. There's another missed free throw. Can't get the shots to go. It's a lot to talk about in the locker room here for Coach Miranda.
7.9 seconds left in the quarter. Four seconds as the Panthers will inbounds right in front of the veterans bench. And that is the end of the first half. America Sumter ends the half on a 16-8 run. And they open up a 15-point first half lead. And they did it with their star player, Atiana Golden, on the bench with 3 personal fouls. So a 32-17 lead for America Sumter here as the teams head to the locker room. And let's send it over to Jackie Britton, standing by with head coach Sherry Harris.
Thanks, guys. Coach, you guys have really set the tone for the first half of this ball game. What's it going to take to maintain that momentum in the second?
We got to continue playing defense. I thought we did a very good job holding them outstanding shooters to 17 points in the half. We got to come out the second half, and my guards got both of my starting guards are sitting on the bench pretty much the whole second quarter. So we got to maintain the defensive pressure, but we got to stop making silly fouls.
Well, I know that you're in a hurry to get the second half going, so I'll let you go back to the locker room. Thank you. Mark, we'll send it over to you.
Thank you, Jackie. We're at halftime of the girls' 4A state championship game between the Lady Warhawks of Veterans High School and the Lady Panthers of America Sumter. Coming up on our GPB halftime show, we'll have scores and highlights from earlier in the game, plus a look at what the fans are talking about online. It's all coming up on the GPB halftime show, live from the Macon Coliseum in Centroplex, live from Macon, Georgia, and live on GPB. This is the GHSA Boys and Girls State Championship Weekend.
This moment, getting here took 3 years of sleepless nights and postponed vacations. Your dad said play it safe. Your husband kept the faith. But franchising is why you partnered with Regions in the first place. We share your vision for moving forward. And at moments like this, that makes all the difference. Is your business at a turning point? Regions.
Providing safe, affordable, and reliable electricity requires more than bucket trucks and utility poles. These are the faces behind your power. For more than 75 years, Georgia's nonprofit, member-owned electric cooperatives have been on a mission to brighten the lives of more than 4.5 million Georgians. We are Georgia's EMCs, proudly serving our members, lighting the way.
The only thing I'm not ready for is a life without you.
We never know what's coming.
Did you ever think we'd get to this day?
You're not going to believe it.
You better come quickly.
Oh my God.
Extraordinary.
Hurrah. It'll be a different life. You've always surprised me.
I'm ready for this chance.
Thank God.
Sunday at 9 on GPB.
Jackie Robinson was the greatest athlete in American history. But he knew it wasn't enough.
This land is your land.
Jackie felt an obligation to speak up.
This land is my land.
From Ken Burns.
He knew that we had to have racial equality.
If you only know the legend, you don't know the man.
Welcome to our GPB halftime show. We're at the break of the girls class 4A state championship game between Veterans High School and the Lady Panthers of America Sumter. Both teams looking for their first state championship in girls basketball. We are going to have highlights. We're going to have stats. We're going to have all kinds of stuff coming up. But first, we check in with Jackie with a look at what fans are buzzing about on social media.
All the X's and O's coming up later, but first let's talk about some tweets that you guys have been sending in. Make sure you're friends with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. You can find us at GPB Sports. And hey, you can also stream these games live from gpb.org/sports. So get involved in the conversation. We've already had some chatter going on here from this fan. Had to tune in to America Sumter, the girls championship game. I'm really a fan of these girls, man. Yeah, they are leaving it all out there on the court so far. Then this picture of Veterans High School, best student section in the state, #VSquad. They need a little help right now, you guys. You need the support of the fans at home, so make sure that you're tweeting us at GPB Sports. Let's get a little trash talk going, a little couch gating, if you will. Then also this one for the V Squad as well. They're going to break down the walls tonight. I wish I could go to support, #blackout. So like I said, make sure you're friends with us on all of our social media platforms. And don't forget, this is a two-way experience. So you can stream these games live from gpb.org/sports and all of that and more. And also, if you want to send us some photos, we'll be giving away prizes throughout the weekend. So don't just hang out at this game. Make sure you're hanging out with us all weekend long. We're only just getting started. So make sure that you're friends with us on social media.
Thank you, Jackie. Time now to check out the scores on the Georgia EMC scoreboard. 2 games are in the books and a half game at that. In the Class A public schools game, Turner County wins over Terrell County 55-38. Wilkinson County wins its 8th state championship, beating Hancock Central 55-42. Right now at the half of the Class 4A girls, it's America Sumter leading 32-17 over Veterans. And coming up about 8:45, Jonesboro will go for the three-peat, taking on Liberty County.
First, now it is time for our career play of the game, brought to you by the Technical College System of Georgia.
Want to drive a big rig? Learn commercial truck driving for free at the Technical College System of Georgia. Our state's exploding logistics industry needs you. Find a career as a driver, diesel maintenance technician, and more. And keep Georgia moving. A free education in 10 high-demand industries awaits you at the Technical College System of Georgia. Change your life. tcsg.edu.
All right, we're at the half of the girls 4A state championship game. You've been doing double duty here for a couple of games. How's that going for you?
I know, doing a little sidelines. It's been a lot of fun. I get to be up close and personal on the bench, see what the players are going through. You see the anxiety or the relief on their faces. And a lot of girls out there, man, they just have so much heart. There's been a lot of really hard falls. I mean, they're certainly tough, but just a lot of passion and a lot of love for the game. And that's what you love to see at this level, especially at this part. The state championships, you got to leave it all out there on the court. This is it. This is it.
It's their one shining moment. We're getting ready for the second half of the girls 4A state championship game. 16 minutes to go.
That's right. It is the Lady Warhawks of Veterans High School taking on the Panthers of America Sumter, Matt Stewart and Larry Smith. and myself will be joining you for the second half of the broadcast. It's all coming up next on the great GPB.
This program on GPB is made possible in part by supporters of the Georgia High School Association, including the following.
This isn't just any team. This is your home team, okay? It's not about A team or B team. It's not about your boss telling you to be a team player or to take one for the team. No, home team is about pride. It's about standing strong, pulling together, and going crazy about a bad call you know is right. But because it was against your home team, it must be wrong. Look, some people just don't get it because it's not their team. But Farm Bureau Insurance does, because everyone needs a home team for insurance, and we are that.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. One hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't grill it.
You wouldn't do it there.
You gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Today, companies in the aerospace, advanced manufacturing, and film industries need skilled workers, and the earning potential is high. Go Build Georgia can show you where the jobs are and what skills you need to get them. And the Technical College System of Georgia has fast, affordable training for these great-paying careers. Build your blueprint for success at GoBuildGeorgia.com and look to the Technical College System of Georgia to put your plan into action.
Halftime here in Macon. America Sumter halfway to the state championship as they lead veterans 32-17 in the girls 4A state championship game. Matt Stewart joined by Larry Smith. Very frustrating half for veterans. Missed so many easy shots, missed foul shots as well, that America Sumter was actually able to build their lead after their star player, Atiana Golden, went to the bench with foul trouble.
Yeah, when you shoot 19% from the field, 6 of 15 from the line, and 9 turnovers, you're not going to get much done overall. And so you look at it again. Here's a nice look here at the player you talked about, Atiana Golden, the star player. She was 3 of 10 shooting, but 7 points, 2 assists, only 9 minutes. Those 3 fouls were big. But right now, America's Sumter in the driver's seat, even without Golden playing again the last 5-13 there in that first half.
Well, I mean, do the math. I mean, America Sumter, 48% from the floor, which is pretty good. But you see, they only went to the foul line 4 times and hit 15 free throw attempts for veterans, but they missed 9 of them. They've got to be much better than that. Had they hit just half of the 9 that they had missed, it would have been a much closer game, a little bit more manageable, down by maybe only 10 instead of 15.
Exactly. Let's say you hit 4 of those free throws and 4 of those field goals. Right there's 12 points right there, and it's a 32-29 game. You're right there in the game.
So the Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance stats, not a pretty picture for veterans, but it's a very good picture for America Sumter, and I'm sure that we will see Golden stepping back out onto the floor as we get ready to start the second half.
Big stat right there, 13 points off turnovers for America Sumter. They did a nice job really in transition. If you're veterans right now, you've got to find a way just to make some shots. You did a great job defensively overall, but it was just all the missed shots and the missed opportunities. You've got to find a way to create some offense. And now you've got to believe that Atiana Golden is going to be chomping at the bit to get right back into this. She's going to be rested with all that time, and she's going to come out like a whirling dervish in this one. It's a big uphill climb right now for veterans in these final 16 minutes.
And really unfortunate, selfishly for us, because we didn't get a chance to see Golden play much in that first half. But when we did get to see her play, we saw why she is considered the number 5 point guard in the entire nation, with some incredible shots and some incredible passes.
She's impressive. We saw it some of the and she had good and more assists. On her side, some of her teammates didn't convert either. She's got great vision. She's got great power for a point guard. She's quick. We saw the one, she worked around 2 defenders and still managed to kind of scoop the ball up somehow one hand and get it to go. she's a special player right now, and what a way to go out here. She's going to come on strong here in these final few minutes.
Well, America's Sumter has never won a state championship since the schools merged in 2004. America's High School and Sumter County High School. America's High School won a state championship in 1966. They last played for the state championship 20 years ago when Nia Butts starred for the Panthers. She, of course, went on to play for Pat Summitt at Tennessee, and until this week was the head coach at the University of Arizona. So America's Sumter trying to make history here tonight, and they are 16 minutes away from doing that. Veterans in just their 5th year of existence. The three-pointer by Nicholson that ricochets off the rim and out of bounds.
Well, another missed shot, but I like what they tried to do there in terms of running their offense, get the three-point shooter open for a good look. She had it hit a three-pointer there in the first half.
So they'll have Golden playing off the ball as they have Amber Hicks bring the ball up for the Panthers.
That's a smart move. Get her away from Cochran, who's now right back on her again.
Switching defense by Veterans as Nicholson now grabs a hold of Golden. And now will be Cochran again. Goes right at Cochran. Stops and pops.
Kind of forced that shot up a little bit. It was out of bounds.
It was an air ball. I thought it went in.
Yeah, no, an air ball. Yeah, it's a little bit short.
I might need to get my glasses checked.
Another unforced turnover. With that spin move right there.
That's going to be a foul. Yeah. I saw that.
You and I have known each other a long time. There was once upon a time, Matt, that we didn't need glasses.
Yeah.
We saw everything.
Although I'm quickly forgetting that time, too.
Together, we'll hold each other accountable for those good times.
Maybe if I have one good eye and you have one good eye.
Together.
Together we'll be able to see the floor.
That's right, brother.
Traveling. Ebony Allen took an extra step.
Well, Matt, you're a minute in here if you're Veterans, and this is just, again, I speak to the frustration of them. You've had a missed three-pointer and 2 turnovers here to show for your offense here in the first minute. Not the way the coach Miranda wanted to start the second half.
Kayla Morgan gets tied up and refuses the extended hand by Ebony Allen, who offered to help her up off the floor. Golden fouled on her shot, and she's going to go to the foul line.
Thing is, for the Red Hawks, it's a 15-point game, but they're right there. They haven't played to a 15-point deficit. Defensively, they've done a decent job just with the turnovers and the missed opportunities on offense is the big thing.
Golden averages about 6 free throw attempts per game. Came in at 115 for 180 for the season. 64%. 17-point lead for America's Sumter as they've doubled up Veterans again. Trap right here in front of us. Ball on the floor. They call a jump ball. It'll be Veterans ball.
Well, you see a much more aggressive defensive style with America's Sumter with number 1, Golden, back in the game again. As we talked about, she missed most of the second quarter with those 3 fouls. But they're much more aggressive when she's in the game. They go to a zone now.
Ebony Allen, great move to get an open look and then missed it badly. Ball goes out of bounds off Veterans.
The shooting woes continue. 19% in the first half.
Yeah, it's got to be really frustrating when you execute to get the open look and then you don't hit it.
Yeah.
basket by Cochran off the inbounds. That time they get the job done. Golden in the paint, off the iron, and Nicholson the rebound.
Yeah, again, you make the stop, you got to make it happen on the other end.
You put together some baskets right here, just finish off your execution, and you'll feel a lot better about yourself. 3-point attempt by Audrey Nicholson is off the mark, but an offensive rebound by Riley.
Good reset.
Riley, the miss, and she got fouled on her shot. I know we just keep saying the same thing, but the numbers are just astounding. Veterans has missed 18 of their last 21 shots.
Wow.
Morgan Riley at the foul line, the senior center, averages 4 points and 7 boards per game. And they haven't been much better at the free throw line. They're now 6 of 16 at the foul line.
Yeah, like we said, they've not played to a 15-point deficit defensively. But it's on offense they've really struggled. Now 6 of 17 from the line.
Golden has it stripped away by Cochran. Cochran with the steal.
Like her game.
Yeah, she's just a tough little ball player. Pass deflected, but Veterans retains possession. And dribbled out of bounds. Unforced turnover right there by Jana Altman. But Cochran really is a tough player. As we mentioned earlier, she was the player after they lost to Carrollton in the state semifinals last year. Texted her head coach, Nikki Miranda, and said, "Coach, push us harder next year."
And coach pushes him hard already. She's pretty demanding of him, but in that last defensive sequence, Cochran, number 3 there in blue, playing the point. She saw that ball coming down and decided early on she was going to go for it, and she did. There's a
traveling call on Maya Crawford.
Different wrinkle now here, whole 4-court press. Force Veterans to think about it.
Called on Jana Altman. Altman picks up her first.
One more look at it. She was set.
It's a good job by Jakiria Long to come over and help on defense. And stolen by Altman, and then stolen away by Hicks, and the ball thrown out of bounds.
Both teams trying to make things happen defensively, but both teams struggling on offense. We're in a 2-2 game here, halfway through the third quarter.
22 total turnovers now in the game. Another one right there for Veterans. That's their 13th.
Look at Coach Harris. Boy, Jerry is not happy.
Is steaming hot.
Oh.
And Jakiria Long not happy about that.
And she told Long to take a break. Sit down. Oh.
And she's got a 15-point lead.
Yeah.
34-19, America Sumter in command.
Life, like video games, is all about getting to the next level. Mastering skills, gaining knowledge, and setting goals are crucial to success in both.
Coming out of high school and jumping into manufacturing, I started here on the floor, hands-on, and I just worked really hard and tried to learn everything that I could, and I advanced pretty quickly. I think there's definitely a place for women in manufacturing.
Georgia Department of Education's Career Pathway courses give you the chance to power up your future. More information is at georgiasfutureworkforce.org.
15-point lead for America Sumter with 3:49 to play in the third quarter. Have you ever wondered why basketballs bounce or what animal can jump the highest? Well, for questions like these and many more, don't miss Why Wednesdays for a full night of science and nature to explore all of life's toughest mysteries. It's Wednesday nights on GPB. Well, America Sumter only 0 for 2 shooting in the quarter. And, you know, that kind of explains, I mean, they're just not even getting shots because of the turnovers that they're committing. Veterans is 1 for 4 halfway through this third quarter.
And that 1 for 4 is an improvement over the first half. 25% in the quarter, 19% in the first half. Good look at their Coach Harris. Matt, I'm not sure if I've ever seen a coach jump up and call a timeout as fast as she did. She did not like whatever it was that Long did. Long still in the game, by the way, number 3, White.
Inside they go to Crawford and 1. They're going to wave off the basket. That's the second traveling call on Crawford.
We'll go back to again defensively.
Golden with the steal in the backcourt, flips it over her shoulder to Hicks and the basket. And the ball thrown out of bounds right to our Tommy Palmer.
Kevin.
Well, no, Tommy's not there anymore. That's where Tommy was sitting.
Kevin, you're ready for it, weren't you? One more look at it. Great defense here. Golden making things happen.
Amazing.
Nice little Euro step.
That's an assist over your head going out of bounds.
That's right. Everything going their way right now.
Crawford in a trap, coughs it up. And a foul called on Veterans. Riley picks up her 4th.
No, it's on America's.
Oh, okay.
America Sumter. Crawford, I think, her 1st.
And a near turnover in the backcourt. Great hustle play over on the sideline by Tamia Swanson.
Well, America Sumter sees that this Veterans can't handle this press, and they're going after him. It's worked well for him here in this quarter.
And that's a traveling call on Cochran. And that's the result of the press.
Yeah. I believe turnover number 16.
16th turnover. 15th turnover on the Warhawks. Nice dribble, feed to Crawford. Wow. She averages about 8 assists per game. And she does it with style. Riley, shot blocked by Swanson. Baseball pass ahead to Golden. Golden layup. 21-point lead for America Sumter. Their lead is now more than Veterans that scored in the game.
Great defense, Matt. Great turnover, great transition defense. Great job right here by Golden. Look at that. Look at all the blue shirts right around her. Nice dish right there on the assist, and then right here on the other end, in transition, great one-handed pass down court to the streaking Golden. America Sumter in command of this game.
She weaves through the defense like a sports car on a performance course.
Yeah. She's got great speed, Tatiana Golden, and as you mentioned, but can stop on a dime, if you will, just like a sports car. You're right. You think you've got her bottled up, and she finds a way around the first wave of defenders, and then she's in the paint, and now you've got to make a decision. Either go after her, and if you do, she'll kick it down low for a bucket.
Already signed with the Florida State Seminoles. She has helped stake America Sumter to a 21-point lead with just over 10 minutes left in this state championship game. 8 turnovers for Veterans in this third quarter alone after they committed 9 in the first half. And that is number 9 in this quarter. Golden. Miss. Cochran the rebound. Behind the back. Stolen by Golden. And she scoops it in. And a foul will be called on the Panthers. That'll put Altman at the line. Crawford will be whistled for her second personal foul.
Yeah, big moment right here. Watch the defense here. Wow. Cochran didn't realize she was there. Golden says, I'll take that. Easy deuce. And more free throw problems here. I'm just going to say, veterans, you still have a chance, but you've got to hit shots.
They're shooting 33% at the foul line. 6 of 18. Golden goes to the bench to rest. Having her in this third quarter, a big reason why Veterans has committed 9 turnovers in this quarter.
And just 3 points now in the quarter for Veterans. Second call.
5-second call
defense.
Forced by the defense from Kaya Cochran.
Yeah, again, the Red Hawks have not played poorly on defense. It's not the problem on defense, it's offense. Can't get anything going. Warhawks.
Pass ends up on the deck. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors American Sumter. Hicks drives, dishes. Swanson steps back and hits it. Tamia Swanson with her 6th point of the game. Cochran. Rebound. Last touch by Veterans with 47 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
Look at that last basket here. Nice step back. America Sumter. Keep up here with some defense. There's a lot of reserves in the game here. 24-point lead in the third quarter. And that's a turnover.
Stolen by Nicholson. Audrey Nicholson stops at the foul line. Shot was hit from behind. 20 points, 20 turnovers for Veterans. And Hicks, do they call a travel there or a foul? I believe it was a travel. Key at the buzzer, and there's the basket by Ingraham as the third quarter comes to a close. But a late something for Veterans to cheer about, but they didn't have much to cheer about in between. 44-22 the score as we head to the fourth quarter here in Macon.
This program on GPB is made possible in part by supporters of the Georgia High School Association, including the following.
This isn't just any team. This is your home team, okay? It's not about A team or B team. It's not about your boss telling you to be a team player or to take one for the team. No, home team is about pride. It's about standing strong, pulling together, and going crazy about a bad call you know is right. But because it was against your home team, it must be wrong. Look, some people just don't get it because it's not their team. But Farm Bureau Insurance does, because everyone needs a home team for insurance, and we are that.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
On Masterpiece, it's time to say farewell.
If reason fails, try force.
Everyone has a chance.
Oh my God. The final episode.
We're sisters, and sisters have secrets.
Downton Abbey, the final episode on Masterpiece.
Sunday at 9 on GPB.
Jackie Robinson was the greatest athlete in American history. But he knew it wasn't enough.
This land is your land.
Jackie felt an obligation to speak up.
From Ken Burns, if you only know the legend, you don't know the man.
From California.
Start of the fourth quarter. Matt Stewart and Larry Smith with you in Macon, Georgia. America Sumter just 8 minutes away from the state championship, leading Veterans by 22. GPB's longest running local show, Georgia Traveler, continues to scour the Peach State for all the newest, the oldest, the weirdest, and wildest attractions for you and your family to explore. Make sure to check out Georgia Traveler's Facebook page to stay up to date on the latest and greatest from the Traveler team. Well, Veterans has a long way to travel if they're going to get back in this ball game. Don't know that they can do it, but that's a good start right there. Consecutive baskets by Ingraham.
A nice job, and with Cochran on the bench here to start, give her a quick breather to start this fourth quarter.
Golden, in and out, rebound controlled by Nicholson. Key drive, and hit as she shot. Foul's going to be called on the Panthers. That'll put Carrington Key at the foul line.
Taylor Howard called the foul. We're looking at it right here. Howard still moving, kind of leaning into a little bit.
Howard picks up her fourth foul. That puts Carrington Key at the line. She's 0 for 2 at the line in this ball game. Veterans is 7 for 19 at the foul line.
Back comes Cochran. Heart and soul of this team, leader of the team. One final push here.
Veterans has been held to single digits in every quarter. 9 in the first, 8 in the second, 5 in the third.
But here's the thing, they're on a 5-0 run.
I was going to say, they've now scored, well, they've scored 3 points here to start this fourth quarter. Small victories.
That's right.
In a 5-0 run since they scored the last basket of the third. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be America Sumter's ball. Braylor Mercer, number 40 in the ball game. Freshman, pardon me, a senior center for this America Sumter team. And pass is stolen. And stolen by Golden, just ripped it right out of the hands of Cochran. And she goes coast to coast and scoops it in. Oh! Well, she is an ESPN 5-star. She's played at a different level than everybody else.
Here she goes again. She's going to go coast to coast here. Watch this.
Oh! Oh, my goodness.
Not playing around. Oh! Remember her name, folks. Atiana Golden. Great defense here. And watch the moves.
Through 2 defenders and by a third and scoops it in. And then the coast to coast and the Magic Johnson pass at the end of the play. Well, that was the coast-to-coast layup right there.
Yeah. Wow. And she gets a curtain call right here. That may be the last time we've seen her in her high school career.
Well, let's hope not. But she's fun to watch.
Yeah.
She's good for ratings.
She is.
Nicholson, the basket and one.
She's amazing. Atiana Golden. Look out, ACC. This place is still buzzing, the entire arena. Special player, she is.
So Audrey Nicholson at the foul line for Veterans.
Veterans in less than 2 minutes has already outscored their point total for the third quarter. 6-5.
Pass deflected into the air, and Key comes away with it. Cochran launches a three. Barely grazed the iron. Rebound America Sumter. Ahead it comes to Long. Long in a trap. Gives it up to Swanson. Long in the paint, and a foul is going to be called on Veterans. Altman is called for the foul.
Hands by Veterans on defense.
Spin move, Long the basket. Zykeria Long with her 12th point of the ball game. Key steps in under the defense and gets the bounce.
Nice bounce.
Massive collision in the paint. And blocking foul is going to be called on Cochran. Anna Nicholson checks back in. Young lady who's got a 4.0 plus GPA and committed to the University of Chicago.
Smart. Smart young lady.
Exactly.
It's not an easy place to go to school.
And a pretty talented basketball player on top of that. The program's all-time three-point shooter. Like so many of the families there in that Houston County area, the military family. The Nicholsons moved in, so Coach Miranda got to coach Anna for only 2 seasons. In fact, Coach Miranda, military family, they were all over. Her husband was at the Pentagon. They were in San Antonio. They've been all over.
Pensacola.
Done a marvelous job with this program, getting them to the state final in year 5 of the program. It just came up against an America Sumter team that's just too strong for them right now.
Well, just like Coach Miranda, they're not going to stop fighting. 9 points, that's now 10 points here in the quarter. They've outscored America Sumter 10-4 here in the final quarter.
And it's still a 16-point game.
Yeah.
Stevenson the layup. Nicholson takes a 3 and misses it. Ball pinballs around, and Long comes out of there and races down the floor. And a foul is called on Veterans. Cochran whistled for her second. Higgs, offensive foul. That's where you got to play with your head up.
Yeah.
You got to know where you're going.
Hicks may get the record for the most hair I've ever seen on a basketball player. She's had a lot of hair. Look at that.
Prodigious.
Yes. Like, remember Oscar Gamble in baseball? It's impressive.
Absolutely.
It's impressive.
Going to wipe up some sweat here on the floor. 4:09 to play in the fourth quarter. America Sumter jumped out to a 10-0 lead in this ball game, and they have been pretty much in command throughout. Tatiana Golden has been a big reason why, but it hasn't been all her. I mean, they opened up a double-digit lead, a 17-point lead at halftime. Well, 15-point lead at halftime, with her pretty much sitting the entire second quarter with foul trouble. But she does make a difference when she's out there on the floor.
She's had two of the best ooh-ah moments here of the day of any game we've seen.
Oh, no doubt. She's had the Sports Center top 10 nominees several times in this ball game alone. Cochran going to go to the line, and Golden comes back in. You can hear the crowd get all excited when they see her come to the scorer's table.
She came out of the bench. She came out of the game earlier here in the fourth quarter as if it was her last time. High fives from everybody and hugs. And
senior ball player. Yeah, senior ball player like that, they're going to have her on the floor until probably the final minute and then let her come out to a standing ovation. First team All-State, signed with Florida State. Averages 21 points, 5 rebounds, right at 8 assists, and over 6 steals per game.
I said she's strong and fast.
I was getting ready to say, she's also quicker than everybody else.
Look at that. And that's dangerous if you're veterans. Not only is she good, now she's rested. She's only played 16, 17 minutes the entire game.
Foul on Cochran. And that's going to put Golden at the line for the 1-and-1.
Mentioned America Sumter, 28-0 versus Georgia opponents this season.
Golden misses the free throw. She'll just go get the ball back. We've seen her do that today. Nicholson stops, misses the shot, and lost out of bounds by the Panthers.
We talked about Golden. This is just a taste of what she's done here in the second half. Watch this strip. Cochran takes it away.
Man. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 steals, 4 assists for Golden in this game.
Here's the pass behind the back we talked about before. Wow.
Kayla Morgan has her shot blocked by Riley. Under 3 minutes to play. Key the miss. Riley the offensive rebound, had it knocked away. Cochran misses the runner, got her own rebound. Key for 3.
Oh. And that kind of night for the Warhawks.
Crowd cheers standing ovation every time Gauldin touches the ball. They want to see what she does next. And last touch by Riley. So it'll be the Panthers' ball with 2:21 left in the game. Chandler Shepard checks into the ball game for Veterans. Shot block, foul called on Riley. That'll be number 4 on Riley. That'll put Mercer at the line. Mercer 9 for 12 at the foul line this season. Ebony Allen comes in, Riley comes out, Cochran comes back in. And no basket, lane violation on Morgan. Pardon me, on Howard.
Jerry Harris went to America's High School, now the coach of America's Sumter. First state title for the program since 1966.
The miss by Shepard. Nicholson three-pointer. Nope. And Howard gets the rebound. Under 2 minutes to play. America's Sumter going to win their first state title as America's Sumter. Gauldin goes through the defense, and she'll go to the line for 2. America's High School won a state championship in 1966, but since the schools merged in 2004, they had won only 3 state playoff games until this year's run to the championship. And as Larry mentioned, they have not lost to a team in the state of Georgia this year, and that is a record that will remain intact after tonight.
Well, they've just been impressive, Matt, as you mentioned, jumping out to a 10-0 lead, and their star player out with foul trouble. They just built on that lead, never looked back.
Final 1 minute and 42 seconds. Knocked out of bounds. Stick around. Immediately following the conclusion of this ball game, we'll have the 4A state championship as the Jonesboro Cardinals go for their 3rd straight state title, taking on the Liberty County Panthers. This should be a great ball game. Jonesboro won the last 2 state titles. Looking for the 3-peat. Mercer called for the foul.
Veterans will finish this deepest run in program history. Only 5 years old to get into school, a new school. They'll go to 27-5. What a year, as you mentioned. What a job that Nikki Miranda's done with this program.
Talked about the star power of this America Sumter team. Wait till you see the boys game coming up next. MJ Walker for Jonesboro, the number 8 rated junior in the nation, playing for the Cardinals, and Liberty County led by Auburn signee Davian Mitchell and Richard LeCount, who's committed to the Georgia Bulldogs to play football. He's a 5-star player. That one's coming up 15 minutes after ours concludes, which should be about a minute from now.
You got Gauldin stepping out of bounds.
Davion Mitchell, who I was talking about, he's a commitment, not a signee, just a junior. Shepard the basket for Veterans.
Moment for her, she'll never forget that. Only a sophomore. And a steal.
And Nicholson with the basket. Mercer. And a timeout called by Sherry Harris. And the crowd gets to their feet to salute the Americus Sumter Panthers, who are going to win the state title here tonight.
It's a special year.
31-1. They're going to close the year on a 21-game winning streak. They have not lost since right after Christmas in Naples, Florida.
Great crowds here in day one of 3 days of basketball here at the Cineplex here in Macon. Another fourth game to go. Baldwin wanted one more steal.
Nicholson launches a three. 20 seconds remaining. Cochran the miss. Shot blocked, lost out of bounds, and it'll be Americus Sumter's ball with just under 15 seconds to play. By Shepard, and she's fouled. She'll go to the foul line. Shepard's second free throw. Golden has it for maybe the last possession of the season. Gives it up. Offensive rebound and the putback by Zari Mays.
A timeout to give Golden her senior moment.
She is greeted by Coach Sherry Harris and a huge embrace and hug that has not ended yet.
Two young ladies fighting back tears right there, coach and player. Now Harris called that timeout almost before the basket. That ball went through the basket. And pointed right at Golden.
A fabulous high school career that comes to a close here tonight. A career that will continue next season in Tallahassee with the Florida State Seminoles. A long journey for Atiana Golden and the Americus Sumter Panthers to win their first state championship.
Well earned. All these teams we've talked before start back in October. So many of them play in the summer. And it's a year-round effort. What a moment.
Golden still has her face buried in her t-shirt. And there you go. The Americus Sumter Panthers are the state champions. A dominating 56-38 victory over Veterans as the Panthers win the 4A state championship 31-1. Moment for Coach Sherry Harris and this Panthers team. performance by Atiana Golden, the ESPN 5-star #5 point guard in the country, leading America Sumter to a 30-1 finish this season, and the Georgia High School Association Girls Class 4A State Championship. 56-38 the final over veterans, as Golden dazzled and the Panthers won it. Back for the trophy presentation when we get back.
The GHSA Basketball Championships are made possible in part by Regions Bank. It's time to expect more. Georgia's Electric Membership Corporation, lighting the way. Technical College System of Georgia, learn more, earn more. And by viewers like you. Thank you. The GHSA would like to thank the Georgia Farm Bureau.
What is by moonlight an empty field is by the magic of electricity sacred ground. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives proudly support our student athletes. We are there, illuminating the glory moments fans just have to see. Capturing the hustle, elevating champions, sharing the win. Georgia's EMCs, empowering our youth, lighting the way.
Game day brings out the best in all of us. At Regions, every day is game day.
It is time now to make the presentation for the girls 4A state championship for 2016 for America Sumter. And for that, we turn the microphone over to the executive director of the GHSA, Gary Phillips.
Thank you, Mark. Coach, congratulations. First one's always the best one, isn't it? Congratulations to you. This is Mr. Flagg from Georgia Farm Bureau. He's going to make the presentation to you and to the team.
On behalf of Georgia Farm Bureau, I want to say congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations, ladies.
Coach Harris. Coach Harris, this is the first championship for America Sumter. Talk a little bit about what it feels like to hold that hardware and hold it high.
It feels great. I just need to know where all my Panther fans at. We did that, ladies and gentlemen. We did that. I want to thank all y'all for coming out supporting us throughout the year. I want to give a shout out to my principal. I know he's watching, Mr. Hadley. This here going in the trophy case, sir. We did that. We unfinished business, baby. Finished business.
And who has the ball right here?
That's my little lady, Miss Jada Weaver.
Well, congratulations to all of you. Where's Adiana, number one? Come up there. Outstanding game, your senior year, your final game. What's it mean for you to win the state championship?
Oh, it means a lot. Hey, we made history, Sumter. We made history.
Was there any kind of scenario where it could be better than this here? You and your teammates, a lot of seniors on the squad, and you guys get to go out as state champs.
Yeah, it couldn't nothing be better than this. We worked too hard, man. We've been on that track for a whole month. So I know we had to win this.
Well, listen, congratulations. Where's the coach? One more time, we want to congratulate you. America's High School won in 1966. America Sumter wins in 2016.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been 50 years, and it feels great to bring this back to our community. We waited a long time for this to happen. A lot of people, if you notice, there's a lot of blue up in here. Those people travel. They've been following us all year, supporting these young ladies. We fell a little short last year, but we got the job done. These 8 seniors have put out for the last 2 years. I think they're what? 59 and what, 3 in 2 seasons? That's pretty good. And a state championship.
Congratulations. Congratulations to the Lady Panthers of America Sumter, the 2016 4A champs. And now it's time for our GPB tailgate party.